Have no fear. BuLLZiLLa is here. Have no fear. BuLLZiLLa is here. Guys and gals, OMG. The news coming in on Zebec today is extraordinary. Zebec network Soars is the one article that's come out. Zebec continues to defy gravity. This is the big one. From payroll to payments. From payroll to payments. In today's fast-paced economy, freelancers handle invoices and remote teams work from different continents. The idea of instant, borderless paychecks seems like a much needed upgrade. The native token of the Zebec network, ZBCN, is stepping in to make that dream a reality. Zebec 1 cent coming to a theater soon. Excellent connection. Excelente. Oh yeah, we're early. That's why it's important to hit the notification bell. It's Friday. I know everybody got a lot going on. We're going to make this news short, to the point, very important, very informative. Important and informative. Oh, what about this?
So back then, payroll wasn't considered sort of mission source to a payroll provider. So back then, payroll wasn't considered sort of mission critical for the business. It was a necessary evil to cut the employees' checks on time and make sure the taxes are paid. So when you look at what it was then and where it is today, you look at money movement and the real-time expectations that an employee has of receiving funds. If I work today, many people want to get paid today. And you know what? They probably want to get paid in different currencies. That shouldn't be just one currency, put it that way. And it's a much more strategic industry today than it was 30 years ago. Back then, it was just cutting checks. Now, if HR is the back than it was, much more strategic industry today than it was 30 years ago.
For some, this may be the first time you heard this information. This is the future of payroll, Zebec. This is the future of payroll. Zebec, former ADP. Now, come on, guys. We've been talking about this for days, and this is maybe some have seen this clip for only the first time, because I actually made this clip myself.
Back then, it was just sourced to a payroll provider. So back then, payroll wasn't considered sort of mission critical for the business. It was a necessary.
See, back then, payroll wasn't considered mission critical, but now things have changed. Things have changed. Now, with technology, innovation, the Internet of Value, real-time payroll, RWAs, settlement, payments, the future of payroll is upon us. I actually put together 2 really good clips. I'm going to get straight to the point, actually. I'm not going to play around too much because I do want to make the stream short this morning. Happy Friday, Bullish family. I hope all is having an amazing Friday. I hope all is having an amazing Friday. Who's ready for the weekend? Have no fear. CKJ is here. Good morning, Bradley C. Much love for that membership, sir. Set reminder for the #1 space on the planet. Team Green, Mr. Zam. Set reminder. Set reminder. Like, this is why you should hit notification bell, because we're early today. I was going to come in later, and I think I even, actually when I was recording the morning video, I actually got cut off. I didn't even know I was cut off. I was just recording for like 10 minutes. I mean, the video was probably about 16 minutes long, but I think it only recorded 6 minutes. So now it's about maybe 12 minutes long. But the thing is, I can tell when the video is recording because the red light is on, and I guess I just wasn't checking it. I was caught up in the video that I was doing this morning. R.I.P. Ozzy. Come on now. Like, we're being flooded with the, I don't know if it's just me or my algorithm, but I'm being flooded with the R.I.P. I'm being flooded with the Ozzy Osbourne content. And that breaks my heart. Like, come on. Even if you wasn't like an Ozzy Osbourne fan, I think we was all a fan of this show that was on MTV at one time. It was like growing up with the Osbournes or something like that. I remember my mom used to even love that show. It was the Osbournes on MTV, and it showed you like an up close and personal of the Osbournes, and Ozzy was like a super cool dude. So it was like, let's follow this rock star after. Now, it was never really after music, but you could tell like he was successful. It was just a good show. He was entertaining dude. Because he was like, didn't really, he could tell he wasn't like really home that much, but he was like a rock star, so it's kind of okay. Rock stars may not be home. R.I.P. Ozzy. Zebec, the future of payments. This is the video that I dropped this morning right here. Everything's coming on chain. Bradley C got that. Bam. Tell him, Bradley, everything's coming on chain. No doubt about it.
In other news, Delaware residents are going to be happy to hear.
That's interesting. Now we see really the point of continuing to have.
Then Payroll wasn't considered.
Oh, this was an amazing.
Critical for.
This was an amazing video I dropped about an hour ago. Oh man, BuLLZiLLa's on fire, Kurt Dog. Zebec from payroll to payment cards. ZBCN has surged. I meant to edit that. Shout out to the 60 thumbs up on that. Anybody in here showing love with the comments? Oh, that's a fake one. Watch out for the fake comments in here. If they say, oh, I'm trading with Miss whoever, nah, come on. How can you be trading with them when you're watching CKJ, the greatest crypto content creator? And you know what's interesting? Look, this comment was removed. There's multiple fake comments. Here's another fake comment, but it got 27 likes. It blows me away how these fake comments can have that much support. I'm telling you, I only picture a whole team of people, about maybe 30 people in one room, and they got to be like giving each other a link to the next post, and they got to be liking it. They got to be like moving in like some type of unity, because if you have one like, you have one post and you got 30 likes on it, how's that possible? Unless they're on like a complete fake algorithm something, but I have no idea. But okay, hold up, this was a real one. They've also have the former president of COO of ADP. I know it's ridiculous how much of the ADP team is on the Zebec team. And shout out to the Zebecians. And there's actually a Zebec Twitter group, which I kind of want to highlight. There's like a couple big guys in there, which, you know, I think the Zebec movement is a big deal. And it's impressive. And the team is impressive. I mean, the team is impressive, but I'm talking about like the team as far as like us. As far as like people that you're retail, we'd be considered retail, right? We're not institutional. We're just your average Joes. Bradley C. Multiverse X. I think it's doing pretty well. I just haven't really been following it lately since it dropped. But I mean, it got the hell of a founder. Really smart guy. Big time connections. 𝕊𝕚𝕟𝕚 was even backed by Coinbase too, right? Matter of fact, that's a pretty good example of something that we was like, oh, it's going to come to Coinbase. And this is way before it came to Coinbase. This is ERD. Because I actually issued the ERD. Bobby Digital must be from the old school. ERD, I issued the Kona 2021 ERD challenge. which it was, I said, everybody buy 100K ERD, which rebranded to EGLD in the future. But at the time, it was called ERD. And I was like, get 100K ERD for 100, and that's going to pay for your trip to Hawaii. And it went straight to $4,000. Bam, $100 to $4,000 ERD. So then they rebranded to Multiverse X, and then they actually created a wallet called the Mayor Wallet. And for a while, I was the mayor of Mayor, because I'm the mayor of Mayor, and I was the father of the ERD call. Damn, my resume runs deep. Don't let it, you'll be surprised.
The business, it was a necessary.
So when I call calls in 2025 and say, oh my God, Zebec is the future of payroll. Zebec is the future of payments. And I think we're underestimating the payment part with Zebec. I think I'm going to start bringing that to the table. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Because don't get me wrong, like XRP, yes, they do payments and they do payments well. And they got things locked down with the banks and, you know, big institutions and custody companies. They were doing their thing. But trust me, throughout the world, it's all about moving money, Elizabeth. And so why do we need a Western Union and a MoneyGram? Why do we need a Mercury FX? Or why do we need a Cash App? Because there's lots of companies that are going to move money. But none of them are going to move it well as Zebec does, because we're doing payroll and payments. And you must watch this video.
Evil to cut the employees' checks on time and make sure the taxes are paid.
No, I wonder, okay guys, 261 views I just put up 1 hour ago. Now, what if we refresh it right now? Is somebody actually watching this video while we're live and they just don't know we're live? I'm curious. Or would they be watching the video and would it say, oh, this person's live right now? I don't think so.
If debt is weighing you down,
I don't think it would notify the person watching the video that the person's actual live. I just thought of something for YouTube. A really good idea. Because doesn't Twitter do that? When you're live on Twitter and you actually go to the person's Twitter, it actually notifies you that they're live on Space. So why, when a person goes to watch your video on YouTube, oh, 1 hour ago, Steak and Bake changed his profile pic. Shout out to Team Green, my hero. Team Green, Steak and Bake Bully. XBF, the greatest asset ever created. Okay, my apologies. I just want to see one thing. Actually, okay. Let me send a tweet out real quick, because I got to get the video up even before we start real quick. I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. I am BuLLZiLLa, the hidden gem hunter, the portfolio melter. I have been going live since 2017, documenting my journey on the greatest wealth transfer in the history of humanity, Elizabeth. Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so this is the video we dropped 1 hour ago. Make sure you guys check that out. Okay, no wonder I should have tweeted from that, but we didn't. We already sent the tweet out from this. So, we're already out there. I wonder if I write YouTube and say, listen, you guys need to add this feature. Will they pay me for my amazing idea? Oh, yeah, that is a good idea. ZBCN, this is big. Why? When? How? We're going to answer that. Hit link, we live. And, of course, we're going to have to hashtag Zebec. XBF, XPM, XRP, XLM, what else you think? Elizabeth, welcome to the evolution of money. Tell them, Liz. Have no fear. Elizabeth is here. Good morning. Happy Friday. Uh-oh, you just tuned in. Did Stellar say it's their 11th birthday? Now, hold on, are you telling me I've been in crypto more than 10 years now? Oh my God. I remember when I pushed it to 10 years and it was like 8, 9 years or something. I'm like, oh, 10 years. But hold on, Stellar is saying we just turned 11. Get out of here. Hold up. Hold on. No, I had to be in here when Stellar was born. Because, now, I don't know. I think right around that time the controversy did begin. So, how old actually is Stellar though? Because, like, come on, I was right here around that time. When was Stellar actually born? Oh, come on. Okay, so we just turned 11. Wish us a happy birthday. And there goes the Army on there. Like, come on, the Army follows all the Army tweets around. Who wrote the code for that? Like, oh, make sure all Army posts. We need all Army love. Anyway. It's what, Stellar? Maybe we should have just got Karma Carmichael to Google that. Stellar. And what do you say? Stellar XLM born date? Stellar XLM, what, birth? Would that be considered the birth? I was watching really something interesting yesterday. I'll say birthday, because then maybe we can get like a born date. Because it is like what, they're doing a birthday celebration now. Okay, Stellar has a significant date to consider for its birthday. Its initial launch, okay, the initial launch date of Stellar Network and the launch of the Stellar Development Foundation. Okay, hold on. The Stellar Network officially launched on July 31st, 2014. Well, that's kind of interesting. Okay. So that kind of takes me back to when I got in crypto in 2017. Okay, the split already happened with Jet and Ripple at that time. But I just felt like I was like, maybe just 'cause I did so much research on it. With Stellar Development Foundation, co-founded by Jed McCaleb and Joyce Kim. Now, is Joyce Kim and Jed McCaleb still married? Because good Lord, imagine Joyce Kim is now like a trillionaire. Like what? Joyce Kim then came off on that one big time. Because basically, you know, when Stellar split, he just forked the code and created a, what, 100 billion lumens. And he actually burned 50 billion. Now what, lumens is 50 cents. So what, he's like worth $500 million. Do you know what the difference is between a million and a billion? Too blessed? I'm going to answer this question for you. Do you know the difference of a million and a billion? Most may not know the difference between a million and a billion. How'd this go? A million in seconds. How many seconds are in a million? Nam knows. How many seconds are in a million? Or how many seconds would it take to get to a million seconds? I think they said 11 years. But how many seconds would it take to get to a billion seconds? 33 years. So hold up. That's how much bigger a billion is than a million? I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting way to look at it. From payroll to payment cards. So all the news is coming out about Zebec, guys. That's just one thing about Zebec or about CKJ's calls. Let's Google Zebec Crypto News. Are you ready, Jay Brooks? Elizabeth. What's the hashtag crown 3 mean, Elizabeth? Fill me in on that. Because different people like, okay, it says crown, hashtag number 3. Oh, happy birthday to Karma. May you be blessed with many more. Let's tag that for sure. Happy birthday, Karma Carmichael. It's Karma Carmichael, right? Are you saying happy birthday, Karma? Or is it happy birthday, Stellar? Recent news surrounding Zebec protocol. Zebec network highlights their ongoing development. Okay, so when you Google something now, you automatically get the AI overview. They kind of included that, right? Why would they include the AI overview no matter what? What if you didn't want the AI overview? Okay, AI mode. Okay, I guess there's different settings. Interesting. But what's interesting here is a day ago, the news came out on Zebec, ZBCN network soars 50%. So come on, guys. When I first issued the Zebec call, there was no Zebec news. I'm just looking at something on here on the... That's kind of interesting. There's a lot of things kind of interesting here today. You know what else is interesting? CKJ is early today. So this is why it's very important. Oh, top fans. YouTube feature showing top fans. Top fans. Okay, I do see the top fan thing up here. Okay, hold on. What's this all about? Top fans. Crypto convos. Bobby Digital. How do they determine who's the top fan? What's this? Bobby Digital's number 2. Crypto Mama's number 3. 2 Blessed Bradley C. How would they know if it's the top fan? Okay, Bullish Birds in there, number 12. Jay Brooks, number 10. Kurt Dog. How do you become the top fan, though? That's kind of interesting. Everything's interesting. Super Will. 𝕬𝕚𝕤𝕤8347. Jay Brooks. NM646. Terrell Penny. Kurt Dog. Jay Brooks, Bradley C, whatever you have done, continue to do it. Bobby Digital and Crypto Convos. So Crypto Convo is my top supporter. How's that though? Okay, is this by memberships or time memberships? I believe. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. So when you Google Zebec price analysis, here's why Zebec network is going up. So you're seeing multiple news articles now about Zebec. Come on, guys. Everybody knows historically all my calls have not been off any type of news articles. Like, I found crypto through what? How did I find Zebec originally? I guess originally I found maybe Zebec just on crypto.com as being a really good priced asset. Because anytime you go to crypto.com, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's how I had to have found it, I believe. So if you go to crypto.com, I'm just going to go to crypto.com really quick, because it's like one of my favorite applications is crypto.com. So crypto.com is a regulated USA exchange, which is really interesting because I'm bullish on that aspect alone, because when I first got involved in cryptocurrency, there was no regulation. So a lot of people would clown crypto and, oh, is crypto even real? Is it going to make it? And I had no idea. I mean, I was pretty confident that this innovation was exciting and necessary for the future of the internet, and I knew it was going to make it, but others just didn't know. But some did, like Elizabeth with the yellow emoji. She knew. 𝕊𝕚𝕨 knew. Bradley C, he knew. In today's fast-paced economy, where freelancers handle invoices, remote teams, work from different continents, the idea of instant borderless paychecks seems like a much-needed upgrade. If you guys seen the couple clips I made with the guy from ADP, I mean, like, I think we're on to something. Thank you, Elizabeth. I think we're on to something as far as, okay, once you understand cryptocurrency and you start studying money and the way money moves, you understand that money never moved. And so you understand the importance of settlement and cryptocurrency and real-time payments. But the thing is, well, hold on, maybe payroll could use an upgrade also. So, you know, okay, we understand that money needs to move, and cryptocurrency, XRP, crypto assets does make money move more efficiently. Tell him William Mac. Bam, William Mac knows. But now what about payroll? The native token Zebec is stepping in to make a dream a reality. Imagine fishing on work on Friday, and instead of waiting days for a transfer, your pay starts streaming directly in your wallet in real time. Now imagine, it makes that dream a reality. Imagine fishing work on a Friday. Finishing work. Okay, nothing to do with fishing. No one else saying fishing. What the hell? What's fishing and work have to do with each other? Doesn't make sense. Imagine finishing work on Friday, and instead of waiting days for a transfer, your pay starts streaming directly into your wallet in real time. That's what I don't understand. Why is that not possible? It's because money never moved. Without the technology, we couldn't do that. It wasn't feasible. This is why you had to wait bi-weekly. This is because, you know, you had some old lady, basically, like even at Honda, when I worked there, it was like some lady that worked in the office, and she needed to get all your work hours together, and it pretty much took her a whole week to figure out what your check was going to be, and everybody else's check through the paper system. And they would even make you wait a week because they had to figure out what your pay was actually going to be, and you know, it was a timely process. But now with technology, we can get paid in real time. You can spend it immediately with a debit card in your favorite coffee shop. No middleman, no delay, just seamless crypto-based payroll. Known for tracking the chaos. It's clear, it's real utility, it's not hype. It elevates token. ZBC has surged over 13% in 24 hours, drawing attention to its payment system. Could this be a disruptor? Be the only one to achieve real-time crypto payroll? Now, hold on. Could this be the disruptor, be the only one to achieve real-time crypto payroll? Now, you know, guys, Stellar did just announce that they're stepping into payroll, too. And I only believe that's because they saw what Zebec was doing. No, don't get me wrong. That might be true, might not be true. It could have been built in. Stellar could have had payroll built in prior to Zebec. Who knows? But Zebec is the first one that I kind of like found that's really doing it and has the real partnerships, maybe. As far as like ADP and some of the payroll members they have actually brought on. As far as like Stellar's focused on payments, and yes, they do have a payroll capability built in. But Zebec has hired a payroll team with experience to implement this technology and to make people feel comfortable at ADP. But one thing is certain, It combines DeFi, it combines innovation with everyday finance. And this is compelling. So the next time you're waiting for a payout, think of ZBCN and imagine. Are you ready to imagine bigger things, Bradley C? Imagine a future where payday happens as you earn. No, come on. I think we all need that. Like what? Some people are like broke as hell on Thursday and Friday. Like you can't wait till Friday. You're struggling by Thursday. You're definitely struggling. Probably by Wednesday. Sometimes you're broke right after you get paid. So imagine you get paid on Friday. You're broke on Friday. You're waiting for next Friday. As a matter of fact, you got to pack all your lunch and buy all your stuff over the weekend because you got to pack your lunch for the rest of the week. But imagine if when you went to work Monday, you stream your payroll, and then guess what? You can go get a good lunch for Tuesday. So in return, the employer benefits also because a happy employee who's eating better is going to work better. It's a win-win. It's the payroll of the future, baby. A win-win. It's a win-win for everybody, Yazid. How Zebec is streaming the future forgets old notion of payday. Let's forget that, Matt Osti. It's not working, sir. Shout out to Matt Osti and Yazid. Forget the old school notion. Yazid, payday, Zebec network kicked off on Solana. Oh my God, boom! That's gotta be like a big boom, right? Because CKJ also issued the Solana challenge. I mean, come on. Nothing is more historic than when challenges meet, right? Because I issued a Solana challenge 10 for 100. Now Solana's at 195 per soul, which is about $2,000 for 10. Bam, damn, bam, damn. I'm creating bam dams every day. Elizabeth. Yeah, it's just kind of funny because I look down, I try to look for a member's name. Like, oh, Yazzie. I see Yazzie and Bradley C. So then if I look down, it like takes a second to say a name. I just don't want to say the same names over and over. But anyway, forget the old school notion of payday. Bradley C. Imagine getting paid by the second. And this network kicked off Solana with a one bold idea. Why wait to get paid when your earnings can flow in real time? Now, this is like so simple. This is why I really like this Zebec. Because to me, that was really simple about Ripple and XRP. It's like, okay, a lot of projects promise a lot of different things. But Ripple was like, okay, we're going to move money. We move money, let's move money. Like other projects are, oh, we're launching the NFTs, we're launching this, we're going to do this. We're gonna, it's like all these, graph protocol, which I thought was really nice as far as like, oh, we can graph data that's never been graphed before, which it was a really good idea, don't get me wrong, as far as graph GRT on Coinbase. But anyway, but some say we're just going to focus on what we think we can do well, which is XRP was move money. Now imagine, okay, let's focus just on payroll and payments. Why wait to get paid when your earnings could flow in real time? Just like real-time payments with XRP, now we're talking real-time payroll with Zebec, which is real easy concept for your real average people like us, from salaries to royalties and even startup equity. Oh my God, did y'all see that video I put together? Some people don't really know the history of BuLLZiLLa here. Is when I had Bob Way on the show back in the day, he was like one of the first employees at Ripple. He talked about how XRP was, they called it the 4 6s. It was 6 zeros, 4 zeros and a 6. Like the price of XRP was 4 zeros, 0.00004. And he was like, one day we could only dream that XRP would go to a penny. So imagine that. I was like, oh, XRP might go to a penny. Now look at the price. And Zebec might go to a penny. And in 2030, we're going to be on the island. Zebec reimagined income as a continuous stream, not a monthly lump sum. At the heart, oh my God, talk about monthly lump sum. That's exactly how YouTube pays. Once a month. So imagine getting used to a monthly income. Woo! Good Lord. Anyway. So we're actually, we got weekly, which is like, okay, good. Bi-weekly sucks. But damn, imagine getting used to the monthly. Woo! That's a whole new concept. Whole new concept there. But it works. Shout out to YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity here. Why wait to get paid when your earnings could flow in real time, from salaries to royalties to even startup equity? Zebec reimagined income and continuous stream, not a monthly lump sum. At the heart of this innovation is what? What's at the heart of this innovation? ZBCN. Oh my God. Do you realize the opportunity that lays in front of us right now? It's because if you think about it, I always say, to me, cryptocurrency reminded me of like getting involved with Google or Facebook. I remember like it was a big thing about Google and Facebook, like which company would go to $1 trillion. And I always wished that I could buy like a large sum of Walmart stock or Facebook stock or Google stock, but you didn't really know how. Or they play this accredited investor game. Like you got to be an accredited investor. And that's what Bob Wavin talked about when they were considering, or he looked into IPO on Ripple. Like to do an early IPO on Ripple, you got to buy at least, you got to be $100,000. You got to buy $100,000 in equity in Ripple Labs to get early IPO options. $100,000. Like, why would a person that has $100,000 who can buy into a company early and get pre-IPO options, that person doesn't need money like that? Like, and oh, the minimum is $100,000 though. Like, what? That's like, who created that law? Like, that law was clearly defined to keep me out and keep you out, Isaac Jones. Well, I don't know if Isaac Jones has an extra 100,000 or not, but like, that's like to keep the little man law out. That's wrong. But then when crypto came along, you can set up your own wallet, get your own crypto, back a company you believed in. Like, what? That's the innovation. Why wait? Don't wait. At the heart of this innovation is ZBCN, the token that powers it, is fueling its votes, staking rewards, settlement fees across growing ecosystem. But what really sets Zebec apart isn't just payment tech, it's how deeply integrated that's what I'm saying. What really sets Zebec apart isn't just payment tech, it's how deeply integrated the experience is. Now you guys seen the Zebec team is ridiculous, right? As far as, I don't like that view. I think I need to get like a lot closer. Ain't that what like Zach Rector, and I'm gonna see a Zach Rector video. I think I gotta get like a lot closer. You guys gotta be right up in my grill. Maybe I create more like a personal. We can get personal. Let's get personal, Elizabeth. You gotta get close. Okay. I'm just noticing the views, different things. What really sets Zebec apart isn't just payment tech, it's how deeply integrated experience is. And how you're not just getting paid in crypto, you're spending it instantly too. And that's, I mean, that was amazing. That was some amazing innovation. Don't get me wrong. Like, exactly like when the Coinbase card started coming out, thank God. Because the thing is, all my money was in crypto at all times. King Christopher Hutchins, OJ here. And so, good to see you. The thing is, like, whenever I got paid, I would put all my money in crypto, of course, because you always feel that crypto is about to take off any day. So, and whenever I needed the money, I would have to sell crypto. And it was like a timely process then. Like, I would have to send it back through PayPal. And I think I didn't even really have a PayPal card before that. But once Coinbase had a partnership with PayPal, you could sell your USDC and send that to PayPal, I believe. And then you could use your PayPal card to far as money, to get gas, food, whatever you need to get. But before that, your money was kind of like just stuck on there. Except there was different ways you could wire it back and different things, but that was like timely. But then when Coinbase came out with their own card and you could just, set the currency you want to spend. Like, what? That was amazing. Freelancers, contributors, funding, startup teams, tokens. This isn't just a pipe dream. It's happening. With 100,000 active wallets and partnerships stretching across DeFi, Zebec is quietly becoming the financial backbone for Web3 workforce. Woo! Imagine, guys, let's all imagine real quick on this beautiful Friday morning that Zebec is quietly becoming the backbone of real-time payments. Now, there's actually another article that I was going to cover, but I'm actually not going to cover this one right now because I kind of think I reread that one really good, I believe. But it's the main point of the story here, Zebecians, is I'm gonna show you guys. I can't believe that Zebec has a Twitter group now too, and it's like a lot of Zebecians in there, and they're bullish and they're ready. It looks like they're ready to never mind, I ain't gonna say that. It's gonna be an interesting future though, I'll just say that. It's gonna get interesting. ZBCN is climbing smoothly, making higher highs. Green candles, breakouts. It's all happening live right here every day at 1. Well, actually, we went live early today. So, actually, this is going to be good. I'm going to be done by 1. So, because I was going to, it's a long story. I was going to go live later. But I said, man, later, let's go live earlier today. Because at least people won't be waiting. And we went live earlier. That sounds so much better than waiting. Oh, we went live early. Yeah. Y'all see I was the first one up the last few mornings. 6 a.m. Major reorganization here. The key support. Okay, we're not going to go into that either. I'm going to go Jake Paul. Jake Paul. It's not Jake Paul. Zebec network Soars. So the main point is Zebec news is coming out now after BuLLZiLLa's call. Oh, the article's doing pretty good. This was my good morning post. Rise and shine, great wealth transfer time. Oh, you know I'm going to go straight to the Zebec group because we're going to get out of here. Can everybody smash that like, comment, subscribe, guys? We go live every single day. We go live every day. And I've been dropping a video every day also. I do really want to get into the habit of dropping a daily video. Hope everybody has an amazing Friday. Mike Wangelo says it's still stacking. Anybody got any questions, cares, comments, concerns before we get out of here momentarily? Well, let me show you this Zebec group. I hope they don't mind me showing it. Because it could be, well, I don't think, you gotta like join it, but I think they want me to show it because they want people to join. Stellar just turned 11. Team Green changed his profile pic. I like that profile pic. The only thing that sucks about Twitter is when you first change your profile pic, they take away your blue check mark for a few days. But I don't know if people really would notice that. Like that. I kind of really don't even notice check mark or no check mark no more. I used to. It was like a big thing when I first got into it, but I don't even really notice it now. Here's a clip I made last night about this ADP sales. Good God, this clip is on fire.
Critical for the business. It was a necessary evil to cut the employees' checks on time and make sure the taxes are paid. So when you look at what it was then and where it is today,
complete different arena, sir. Oh yeah, guys, make sure you join our Telegram group right here. This is the official Bullish Family Telegram. Oh, shout out to Devon. Oh, I forgot to pull up Devon's video this morning. Devon dropped a new video, Crypto Combos, this morning. I'm noticing some Bearable Guy content, which is, I love Bearable Guy content because to me, Bearable Guy lives forever. And nobody can take me and Bearable Guy's history, that's for sure. Here's Bearable Guy, guys. Bearable Guy one time was the biggest thing in cryptocurrency. And he was the one behind 589 and end of the year 589. And he's the one behind all that. And I was like, I'm gonna write Bearable Guy and get him to respond to what 589 really meant. And trust me, I never thought Bearable Guy would write me back. And he was like, I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm like, okay. You know, this is when crypto was early though. Like you could just really reach out to anybody. Those maybe would fall under the CZ era. Yeah, right there, baby. Damn. I guess it's kind of good to be like an OG in cryptocurrency. So anyway, okay, so here it is right here. It's the Zebec network. Growing. Captain Jack. Captain Jackson there. Captain Jack. I like pirates. I like Zebec. I like pirates and I like Zebec also. So now we're in the Zebec group, I believe. Yeah, here it is right here. This is the Zebec network group. 3,008 members. This is getting real, Crypto Combos. This is getting real, sir. Crypto Combos is my favorite show. That was actually a really good video that I watched this morning, Devon, about the one guy they interviewed from, he was like a big wig in Bitcoin. And I wonder how you like identify these people, like all these people. It's like, you must got an eye for who's who. Or, you know, Devon's runs deep in crypto. But the one guy, I would have never spotted that guy out to know who he was. He was like a big wig. And he was clearly, the way he called Bitcoin was really interesting though. He said that he believes that going into this year, Bitcoin may push 150, but he says it might fall back under 100K. Now you gotta think, and logically in crypto, we always see it going up and we just think there's never gonna go back. So, but there has to be a time. I mean, Bitcoin has been really pushing as far as like come up from 20,000, 60,000, 100,000. Now we're at 120. So where is the pullback from under 100? Like, man, could we go back to 60, 70? I don't know. But who knows? But even with the way the guy was talking, if you're ever talking pullbacks and corrections, you're talking, a little bit more opportunity. Because when the smoke clears, I'm trying to come out of this a millionaire, aren't you? NAM. We're trying to come out of this millionaires. Congratulations to the Zebec community, 3K members. Let's double down. Let's double that. Okay, you want to double that? We're going to double that then. Because BuLLZiLLa is here. Okay. Ever wonder these coins? Okay, how do these coins with no utility ever make it anywhere? Zebec should be at least worth $2. And this is what they're talking about in the Zebec group. And I got 63 likes. So here goes another member, Camp Stone, right here. In the Zebec group right here. So, target incoming. They're like super bullish in this group. Zebec just outpaced ADP. Stablecoin payroll isn't theory anymore. It's here. It's real. It's regulated. Global. We use it. Your job will offer it. This is the future. Let's talk about it. Let's hold it. Let's hodl it.
The Genius Act just became law in the US, giving stablecoins real legal clarity for the first time. But not every crypto company is built to last. Some were made for hype. Others, like Zebec, were made for history.
Are you with me?
Zebec Network pioneered stablecoin Payroll back in 2021.
Uh-oh, it's about to get serious. You know what's really interesting, guys? Like, come on. You know, like, I'm like shocked the amount of Zebec content I see coming out. Like, if you Google Zebec now, good Lord, it's like every channel's talking about Zebec now. Or where'd all these Zebec accounts come from? And I'm not talking about these accounts right here. I'm talking about like down on YouTube. I remember when I would Google Zebec, because I would always just use different thumbnails or different content creators. Because I've always just Googled like XRP. And there's no shortage of XRP thumbnails. But there was a time when I would Google Zebec. There was no Zebec articles. The only Zebec videos or Zebec articles would come back to maybe Zebec Network itself. Or me. Now it's like, oh my God, major thumbnails. But I just don't want to be using everybody's thumbnails. But I'm surprised about how many Zebec accounts there are.
Before it was trendy, before the laws were even clear, it let people stream their salary in real time. Think of it like your paycheck flowing like Spotify. Steady, continuous, always on. Now that
Javon, your life's about to change, sir. Welcome to the evolution of money. Cindy D. Good afternoon. Yeah, for everybody just tuning in, guys, I apologize. We did come in early today. So actually, I bet there's people right now that's just tuning in thinking, oh, CKJ's already live. But we came live at 12, and we're about to get out of here like in 1 minute, 2 minutes. So everybody show some love. Make sure you hit the notification bell because you never know when BuLLZiLLa is going to go early.
stablecoins are being recognized as legal tender.
All right, you guys get that. Oh, new listing coming soon, Binance. This is in the Zebec Network group. Zebec crypto cards gaining traction. Yes, they are. What else we got in here? Okay, so, okay. Have a good, oh, that's from the Good Night from the Bear. Y'all see how it says Persevere on here? And they actually got the Persevere Zebec boat too. That's interesting. Persevere on the bearable guy. Oh, that's CKJ saying, everybody have a good day. Time to return to the castle. Time to return to the castle. Okay. Play some cards. Oh, what's this? Oh, bearable guys in there. Oh, Bear Wars. Yeah, I like that. That's hot. Okay. Oh, what's this? Dreaming of bigger days. Self-vibration. If you could train your brain to think ahead.
Yet, and make it so real in your mind that your body begins to respond to it as if it's already real, how much power would you have to change your life?
Are you ready to change your life, Crypto Clay? Crypto Clay is ready. For everybody, Elizabeth is the number 3 biggest supporter. Crypto Clay is the number 2 biggest supporter. See, I found out what the crowns are for now. Crypto Clay, you're the biggest, the number 2 supporter of Crypto Clay. I can't thank you enough, sir. Oh yeah, guys, progress towards our 2025 compliance roadmap has been released from Zebec. Oh my God. You know, I thought this was so funny to me. Is the Get Money Squad share this clip. This is a clip of Gary Gensler speaking about cryptocurrency. Now, it's amazing in society how somebody could play the role of the bad guy and people really get emotionally wrapped up. Because, come on, Gary Gensler being at the SEC saying he doesn't like XRP, he was playing a part. Like, this guy, like, knew what crypto clearly was. he got hired to be the hater, and damn did he play a good part. As far as like, because come on, everybody knows Jay Clayton filed a lawsuit against Ripple his last day at the SEC. So if Gary Gensler comes in and he's the new head of the SEC, you have to pick up where Jay left off. You can't say, oh, I disagree with Jay. No, you just took Jay's job, so you got to pick up where Jay left off. So now you're the new XRP hater. And everybody went right into that too. Oh, Gary Gensler is the worst SEC ever. Even got Trump talking about him. This guy, he probably got a Grammy. He got a Grammy for being the biggest villain. And now he's probably a billionaire over and over. And he'll be talking about crypto next week. I was like, oh, I seen the light. XRP is the future.
First question for the class, for everyone, whether registered or not. How many of you have ever owned a cryptocurrency? Wait, let's see. The odds, it seems like it's about 45% of you or so. All right, so it gives me, 𝕊𝕚𝕚, you want to keep your hand up long? You know what I mean? How many of you have ever worked on any?
I'm actually glad that I caught that comment before this guy left, because probably I'm not sure if we'll ever see him again. I didn't read your name. It seems like one of the mods was off with your head right away. But you know what sucks the most is just being able to find crypto maybe last week like you did. Like being a newbie in crypto. I've been here since 2017. I'm also responsible for the biggest calls in crypto. So if I found crypto 10 years ago and you found crypto 10 days ago, it seems like you may suck, because it looks like I'm in God's favor. God showed me crypto 10 years ago, bro. You just walked into the light 10 days ago. I would really examine my own personal life. Like, oh my God, why did this guy find crypto 10 years ago and I found crypto 10 years ago? That's something to examine.
Setting, a corporate setting anywhere.
10 years ago, bro, 10 years. I made more money in 2021 than you'll probably make in the next 5 years. I've wasted more money on spilt liquor than, and that's what Ric Flair says.
All right, good. So about a third in the room.
Okay. All right.
Nah, I ain't gonna play that part. That's going too far. Guys, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. I'm just joking with the one guy. Yes, I guess some people don't know my history. Don't worry, they'll learn.
Do it a third time.
They'll see when the documentary comes out.
And I was in Bitcoin then, not knowing if I was going to do it a third time. So
I remember tying Trump back to crypto when the executive order with Ripple Labs back in, but you know, when his first run, he was ready to implement a new financial system. Everything got delayed a few years when Trump basically got pushed out of office, and then he came back and started the ball rolling again. Damn, that was simple science right there.
It's become amazing. I mean,
it's amazing. Tell him, Trump.
The jobs that it produces.
Jobs are producing. The economy's flowing. Millionaires are about to be made. Payroll, the future is here.
And I notice more and more you pay in Bitcoin. I mean, people are saying it takes a lot of pressure off the dollar, and it's a great thing for our country. So I don't care about investing.
No, Trump knows money.
So you know, I have I have kids, and they invest in different things. They do believe in it.
Right there you go. If his kids said, listen, this is the next big thing, he ran with it.
But I'm president, and what I did do there is build an industry that's very important. And you know, if we didn't have it, China would.
Oh my God, he's like so much on the money right there. Like what? Oh, last thing, and we're out of here. When I was in Las Vegas, IMU TV was out there, and Rob Nichols, I believe, is the founder, and 𝕨 𝕠𝕚𝕁 is a bunch of members. I believe this is it right here. This may be the video, I'm not sure. Okay, that may be the second video. Oh, I thought I had it pulled up. Did I tweet it? I'm in the video. Basically, they were filming this music video in Las Vegas, and we went out there on Fremont Street and started basically supporting the IMU TV movement. It was fun. We was out there filming. Like, ain't no party like an IMU party. Shout out to Alpha Train in the Zebec group. Oh, this is it right here. It said, protect your frequency. Shout out to Rob Nichols and the IMU party music video. This was out in Las Vegas.
It's Rob Nichols, Superman, protecting the frequencies.
No, I want the first person who sees me dancing. Does anybody identify where that dance move is from? I'm about to do, and that's the last thing. We're out of here.
This is what I do. Protect your frequencies every chance I get.
Oh, I think I see CKJ in the background. Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh.
Drop nickels. Super.
You see him? That's in Las Vegas, baby. Crypto Claire, we was in Las Vegas there. I hope you guys are ready for 2026 Vegas. David Sachs founded Craft Ventures. They were an 8.6 billion seed round investor. David Sachs. Well, David Sachs, what are you saying? David Sachs ties to what? I know David Sachs is. David Sachs actually worked at Coinbase and I think Facebook at the same time. Tell him, Crypto Clay. Yeah, Trump knows for sure. He was behind the first executive order with Ripple Labs, and they called out Ripple on page 194 and page 192. Oh, this is definitely last thing. Right here, guys. This was really big. And you know what's crazy is like some of the research I did. This was when I streamed like 8 years ago, and this was before I had Bob Whale on the show. He actually wrote this big report about when he first got a job at Ripple Labs. And I knew this wouldn't do as well as the Zebec information. I just put both of them out just to see. I was curious. So I actually recorded this, and this is Bob Way's letter when he first got a job at Ripple. Now, it was a big controversy that would they pay you in XRP at Ripple Labs? And most thought maybe no, but this letter right here kind of like proves that, yeah, there was an opportunity to get paid in XRP as your salary when you first started working at Ripple Labs. And Bob Way says, no, imagine you're going to go to work for this fintech company and you go home and tell your wife that, babe, they want to pay me strictly in XRP. Now, if you think about it, a lot of companies wanted to do this when they first started, as far as like we're crypto rich, but we really don't have money like that. Now, once this company takes off, which is still like it's like rolling the dice a lot. But still, at the same time, imagine getting a job somewhere. If you're getting a job, at that time, you kind of need money. And they kind of explain it a little bit in here as far as his wife. He has to go home and tell his wife, baby, listen, I got a job at this fintech company, but they want me to pay me in this magic internet money. And it might go over a penny, baby. And pretty much, guys, he's going in. If you're just coming into the room, so far the story how he's been. I think I just explained it all. No reason to play the clip. Bob Way talks about how he takes his salary in XRP. It might go over a penny. The price was 0.0004. They call it the 4 Zixes. It had 4 zeros. And I wrote, would you take XRP as a salary? Bob Way, one of the first employees, took his XRP as a salary. XRP is for long as you want. Third month I got even less. Okay, now he talks about the first month he got this, second month he got that. His wife was like, baby, you can collect that XRP long as you want, but we got bills, baby. Working for the cool technical challenges. Okay, that third month I got even less than the first month, which was really depressing because my goal of XRP. For the guy that said I sucked, look how long I was here, bro. This is almost 8 years ago right here. 8 years ago, I'm breaking down the first employee at Ripple Labs getting paid in XRP. I guess, you know, I'm not the greatest content creator, but I'm damn near the oldest. Not the oldest. There's like people that's older, but as far as being the first guy in beating the drum on XRP, baby, huh? You didn't even know what XRP was maybe 5 years after that. I was like telling people about XRP in 2017, sir. It sucks not knowing about it then. That's what sucks. XRP was to have a bunch for the long term, whatever that means. The next month, my lovely wife said, you know, you keep getting XRP as for long as you want, but we really need the money. Okay, I see a different view angle here too. Something, okay, I'll work on that camera. We really need the money. Come on now, guys. You guys got the who doesn't? We really need the money. We know how that goes. Crypto for life in the building. 6AJ with his super chat. Cheers, my brother. Much love. Thank you big time for the super chat. Big dog status. Much love. 6-8 dropping some love on the way out the door. Yeah, thank you big time, Elizabeth. Good to see you, Jay. Much love, bro. Las Vegas 2026. It's going to be... I'm counting down the days. I'm counting down the days. 6AJ, thank you big time for the super chat, bro. I really appreciate that for sure. Vegas, I think I'm still recovering from that trip. So I was like, man, I guess the reason I make these clips, just for one, for two reasons that I'm out here right now, is because I remember people come crying about the price of XRP in 2017, 2018, and it was 30 cents, 10 cents. It dropped down to like it was like maybe 14 cents. It was about to drop to 10 cents. And people were like, oh my God, XRP is going to 10 cents. This is not going nowhere. I made the worst decision. And everybody started crying after a couple years. And I'm like, man, like, what about the people that got in when the price was 4 zeros? Like, they were thinking the same thing. Everybody's thinking the same thing. And that brings me to Zebec. Like, we clearly see how big the algorithm is on this. This is the payroll of the future. I believe in the team with the ADP and some of the backers. So if you go to Zebec, no reason to really Google the price. You guys know it's double zeros. Like right now, you're hopping in, I believe, and it's looking at one of the biggest opportunities in cryptocurrencies, which is the Zebec network. And you guys seen from the research that we did. Oh, even better price right now. 0.0048. So that's double zeros. And right now this is playing around and it should be valued at 0.011. Easily. You're getting a hell of a deal. Yep, call at the end of the stream, guys. We went live early today. This is why it's very important to hit your notification bell. So when we go earlier, and make sure you guys check out the video that I dropped before the live stream. For those that just don't have time, or they might show up and think, damn, this guy sucks. He sucks. So guess what? Doesn't suck. The video that I dropped before the live stream is about the future of payments. It's like a 6-minute video. And the video cut short. I was actually giving Devon a shout out in this video and everything. Make sure you guys join our Telegram. I hope everybody has an amazing Friday. So we go out with some music for you.